Yo, what is up, everyone? I'm Chris, and we're Emma's House here, and today we're bringing you back part 6 of the My Hero Academia What If on What If All for One and All Might Swap Places. Now, if you have any other ideas for another My Hero Academia What If, leave it down in the comments below, or if any ideas for any other What Ifs, leave it down in the comments down below, and we'll make sure we reply to you. So let's get back into part 6 of the My Hero Academia What If. Now, after the press conference of what Midoriya just said, the TV turns off. Shigaraki is upset about how everything turned backwards. Three of their members were captured when trying to escape, which were Muscular, Mustard, and Moonfish, as normal. Shigaraki also thinks on how much stronger Midoriya is with all the quirks, and how he would most likely lose without one for all, as he starts to disintegrate the remote that is on his hand. Now we're in the provisional license exam, and that goes through. And to go through this quickly, it turns out the same for everyone, but it's easier for Midoriya to pass, and Bakugo and Todoroki don't pass as normal. After getting his license, he goes to All for One's tombstone, and he sits down and starts to talk to him, telling him that he will be the best hero he can be, and he hopes that he is proud of him for taking his next step to become the next symbol of peace. A couple of days later, the big three make their appearance in Class 1A, and Mirio does end up fighting them as usual, and the fight goes the same up until he faces Midoriya. Mirio saved Midoriya for last because he was interested in him, so their battle begins. Mirio faces through the floor and tries to get the jump on Midoriya, and he hits him hard in the stomach, and Midoriya slams to the wall. Midoriya then remembers to what Aizawa said to him. Aizawa stated that he had to keep the other quirks hidden to not spark suspicious towards himself, so Midoriya can only really use absorption, healing, and counter impact without any attraction and confusion on his quirk. He starts to fight Mirio, but is having a difficult time. Midoriya is able to take the hits while taking little to no damage, and Mirio starts to catch on to this and asks how is he able to stand multiple of his hits, but Midoriya does not break. He then thinks of a plan to try to beat Mirio. Midoriya stands behind a wall and is prepared to fight Mirio. And Mirio thinks this is really silly, and he will just go behind Midoriya to attack there, and Mirio does so, but then he feels something off as he completely misses Midoriya, and instead of coming from the ground, he comes from the floor above him, and this gives Midoriya enough time to get in one solid good hit to Mirio. Everyone is shocked, even Tamajiki and Nejire, that someone was able to hit Mirio, and Aizawa couldn't help but give a little smirk on how the smart play that Midoriya did. So to explain this, Midoriya did stay behind a wall, but he made a portal behind him where no one else could see it. And he would put the other side of the portal on the floor so that when Mirio would come up into the air instead of behind Midoriya, and since Mirio thought he was gonna hit Midoriya, he didn't have his quirk. He had his quirk activated, which lead him to being hit by Midoriya. When Mirio has his quirk activated, he can't really see anything. Since Mirio couldn't see when he had his quirk activated, he doesn't know he went through a portal, but just thinks that he just miscalculated. But he's still impressed by Midoriya. Then the fight is called off after that. A couple days has passed, and Mirio catches up to Midoriya, saying that he should join the agency he is working at. Midoriya then asks which agency he is working under, and he states that it's All for One's agency. And this kind of puts Midoriya down since he's still not over his death, but Mirio says that it's urgent and there's someone who needs to talk to him. So after school, they went to the agency that used to be run by All for One, but it's now run by a pro hero named Sir Night Eye. Now I believe Sir Night Eye would have looked up for to All for One, but being a psychic, I don't think that would have never happened. Now Midoriya meets Sir Night Eye, and Sir Night Eye looks at Midoriya and says that he is questionable about the decision that All for One made by making Midoriya the next symbol of peace. But then he says that All for One has a video that he wants you to watch alone. Midoriya then goes into a room by himself and watches the video All for One left for him. All for One states that Midoriya will end up running his agency when he is old enough to. But the more serious matter is that All for One knew when he was going to die. Before the battle with All Might, All for One went to Sir Night Eye and asked him to use his quirk on him to see if he will die this upcoming battle, and Sir Night Eye confirmed to him that he will meet his end. Sir Night Eye did try to stop All for One, but All for One said that he's going to go. But before All for One left, he asked for one last request to Sir Night Eye. That was to let Midoriya work at the agency when he's gone, since he will be the future for the Hero Society. But Sir Night Eye questions him on why a quirkless kid was able to impress someone who lived for hundreds of years, seeing multiple people who could have been better. But All for One states that a great hero is made by someone's heart to do good, and he sees in Midoriya that he will save everyone no matter what it costs, even if it's his own well-being, as he teleported off to the battlefield. It was only All For One's voice being recorded at this point, and he says, Izuku Midoriya, I believe in you that you will do the right thing to be able to surpass me as the number one hero, and I have no regrets giving you All For One, as the video ends there. Midoriya swelling in tears, thinking of how much All For One believed that he could be the next symbol of peace. Midoriya leaves the room telling Tsunade that he wants to join, but Tsunade isn't going to let him go easily. He pulls out a chess piece, and Midoriya has to do the test similar to how it was in canon. Tsunade states that he knows all the quirks that All For One hid from the public, so Midoriya can go all out without hesitation. He uses the counter impact to charge at Tsunade, thinking he could get it in one swift move, but Tsunade dodges it with ease. Midoriya rushes in there again, and Tsunade kicks him, but that's when Flash Guard kicks in and blinds Tsunade temporarily. Midoriya tries to grab the chess piece, but Tsunade still is able to dodge, and Midoriya tries to use his rope quirk to bind down Sir Night-Eye, so he couldn't move, but Night-Eye's strength is pretty strong that Midoriya couldn't bind down Sir Night-Eye completely. So then Midoriya starts making multiple portals and starts to quickly move around the room at such high speeds, and then Rope starts to shoot out of the portal, holding down Sir Night-Eye, and then he is completely tied up with too many ropes that he can hardly move. Midoriya hops out of the portal and takes the chess piece in time, passing Sir Night-Eye's test. Night-Eye is secretly impressed with Midoriya using his head to make this sort of play. Mirio is also shocked that Midoriya managed to get the chess piece and pass his exam. Mirio gives Midoriya a high five, and they both are excited to be working together at the same agency. Alright guys, that's where we're going to end off part 6. Leave it down in the comments down below what you think of this part, what you think is going to happen in the future parts. Again, if you have any ideas for any what ifs for any animes, leave it down in the comments down below, and we will make sure we will reply to your comment. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and share this with all your friends. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.